Mature content. The following stream contains content that may not be suitable for all audiences, including mature themes, strong language, and potentially sensitive material. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into my new kind of studio. I think I got to work on these lights, a little too purpley for me, but thanks for being here for this late scheduled live. I figured no one's here. Sloan's working. The boys are at the high school football game. Shannon's at Sloan's work. No, there's no one here. Oh, my dog's just freaking. My dogs are barking. So I did a poll last week, and I asked what would people want to watch. Start from the beginning, watch Key Witnesses, and Key Witnesses, and to watch their testimony from trial to trial to trial to see the consistencies, inconsistencies. And I wanted to start with Tato because start when he's fresh with, the first trial with the most information that he remembers. And I just I figured I'd start with Tato, one of the most key witnesses, in my opinion. I kind of want to get details on his time frames and just get all of the information. So I got it set up. Oh, thanks, babe. And let's go. So let me set it up here. Luis Rivera. This is from the first trial. Judge Hankinson. Thanks everyone so much for being here. I'll try to set up a schedule where I do these more on like a regular schedule so you'll know when I'm doing them. So here we go. Start with Luis Rivera's testimony.
You may proceed, Mr. Kaplan.
Oh, and by the way, I have to say, with this case, there's so much going on. It's good to have refreshers because I don't know if you guys remembered in the closing in Donna's trial, it gets to a point where George is like, I think the hitman went on June. Like, it was a certain, and she's like, I don't remember. Like, she just didn't, it wasn't a major detail, but like, there is so much going on that even Georgia Kappelman, who has been working with us for years, like, just there was a detail she didn't remember. So I think it's always good to get a refresher. So anyway.
Sir, please say your name and spell your name.
Luis Rivera.
Slide forward a little closer to that microphone, please, sir.
Luis Rivera. Liusrivera.
Hey, Abby. Hey, Patty. Brooklyn, Trevor, Ann, Holly, Kai, Persephone, Brooklyn, Bigley, Kim.
How old are you, Mr. Rivera?
36.
Ashy. What's up, Ashy?
Are you currently incarcerated?
Patty,
Yes, ma'am.
Trevor.
And where are you currently
Cindy.
incarcerated?
Right now I'm in the feds.
With the feds?
Federal prison.
Okay. And are you serving a sentence currently for both this case and an unrelated federal case?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you plead to in this case that we're here about today?
19 years.
All right, but what charge did you plead to?
Hey, Dizzy.
Second-degree murder.
Hey,
All
Chris.
right, 19 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're serving that concurrent with your federal sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
How long is the federal sentence?
12 and a half.
All right. And what did you have to do in exchange for your 19-year sentence in this case?
Cooperate.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's somebody tampered with the volume. Every time we move this thing, it pops up. So we need to not move.
Hi, Patty. I think I said
And Mr.
Patty.
Rivera,
Hi,
if you could pull
Lindsay.
up just a little bit closer.
Oasis.
I mean, I've been having fun with some of the other witnesses. It's not.
Yes, sir.
By the way, before I forget, and in case it doesn't work, but I have the portal set up. I'm not sure when I'm going to end, between an hour and a half, 2 hours. Maybe I'll go right up to, I won't go past 9, because 9 p.m., Publicly Buzz Steve is having a show. Subscribe to Publicly Buzz if you're not already, but it's Steve's birthday. So at the very least, if you're not going to watch the show, after portal's in there, go to the chat, say happy birthday, like the stream, but 9 p.m. I won't be going later than that.
Go ahead and say something more.
All right, Mr. Rivera, you said that you had to cooperate in exchange for the testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what does cooperate mean to you?
Say nothing but the truth.
Has anybody told you what to say?
No, ma'am.
Anybody tried to tell you what the truth is?
No, ma'am.
Anybody try to tell you any particular fact you need to include in your testimony in order to get,
Not at all.
okay, in order to get anything,
No, ma'am.
any benefit?
No, ma'am.
Did I ever have any private meetings with you before you decided to cooperate with law enforcement?
Not at all.
Did you have an attorney to represent you through the process where you cooperated and entered a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your lawyers ever tell you what you needed to say to get a deal?
No, ma'am.
Were you ever told that you had to implicate a specific person in order to get cooperation in this case?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we just discussed, the 19?
Oh, Ann, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Ann. And that gives me a good time to pause because I wanted to bring up this point. It's always fascinating to me that you got Luis Rivera, Tato, Latin King since he was like in 5th grade or something. And he's one of the most truthful witnesses you'll ever see compared to the dirty fucking liar Adelson's. It's just insane, the contrast between this guy. You would think like this guy's going to be a liar, like he's in a gang. And then you got the Adelsons who are like wealthy dentists, murdering periodontists, and they're dirty fucking liars and a lawyer. And then you got Tato, Latin King, who tells the truth.
15 years concurrent with the federal sentence.
No, ma'am.
Have you been promised anything on your federal case in exchange for your testimony here today?
Not at all.
Were you already serving a sentence on the federal case when law enforcement first came to talk to you about this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you also have pending violations of probation out of Miami, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
For possession of a firearm by a convicted felon?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have not yet been sentenced on that?
Not at all.
And is that up to a potential 15 additional years in prison?
I believe so.
And also a possession of cocaine with intent to sell, do you have that open as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that another additional 15 years of prison that you could potentially face once you're done with all of this?
Probably.
All right. And have you been promised anything in reference to those other charges out of Miami?
Not at all.
Where were you living?
By the way, he's super close to when he's supposed to go back from federal to state prison. Last week I was trying to research it, and it looked like from what I saw, he's staying in federal prison until his sentence is over, which I think is in like 2035. But I am not 100% on that. I could be completely wrong. But he had written a letter to Georgia, like, "Hey, please keep me in the federal penitentiary because I'm going to get killed if I go, with the Latin Kings in the state." And I'm fairly certain he's still in the federal prison, but I'm not positive.
Back in 2014.
I was in Miami. I was living with Jessica.
All right. And was Jessica at 130 5th Street? 130 5th Street
Yes,
in North
ma'am.
Miami.
Yes, ma'am.
That sound right? Do you know Sigfredo Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Sigfredo Garcia?
Childhood, we grew up together.
And when you say that, was it like since you were what age?
Like 5, 6, around there.
Okay. Were your families close to each other?
They know each other.
Did you grow up in the same neighborhood?
Yes, ma'am.
Go to the same schools?
Yes, ma'am.
Run with the same crowd?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Mr. Garcia have any nicknames?
Just Tato.
Tuto? What, have you ever heard the term Tuto Dade?
Tato Day?
Yeah.
Nah.
What about, let me ask you, like back around the time that this crime occurred, 2014, how often did you hang out with Mr. Garcia during that time frame?
We hang out pretty close every day.
All right. And you mentioned a Jessica. Who's that?
That's my ex-baby mama. Well,
Your
my baby
ex?
mama.
She's the mother of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that's who you were living with around the time of this homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Catherine Magbanoa? Do you know her?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know her?
Garcia's wife.
All right. And is he legally married to her?
That I knew, yeah.
You thought he was?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Okay. And do they have children together?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And does she go by any nicknames?
Just Katie.
Katie?
Yeah, we just call her Katie.
All right. And was Catherine Magbanoa somebody around, and I'm referring to the time leading up to this homicide, say 6 months leading up to the homicide. Is that somebody that you would talk to on the phone? Catherine Magbanoa?
Like speak to her?
Yes.
No.
Would you see her socially?
I see her because I got to see Aunt Garcia.
So when you saw her, would she always be with Garcia? Or did you have a separate relationship with her?
No, she would be with Garcia. I would never had no.
Okay. I guess I'm just trying to establish, did you have a friendship with her independent of knowing Garcia, or was she just Garcia's woman to you?
That was Garcia's woman.
Okay. How much time would you say you spent around the two of them socially, them like as a couple?
I mean, I was always around Garcia, but, you know, everybody do their own thing.
Okay. Would you say you saw them socially more than 10 times in your life?
Yeah, of course.
Was the nature of Magbanoa and Garcia's relationship such that they were always together, steady, or did they tend to break up and get back together?
They were on and off.
Do you know what their status was of their relationship at the time that Dan Markel was killed?
The only thing I knew that she was dating the dentist. That's about it.
You did not know she was dating the dentist?
No,
Or you
she
did?
was dating.
You did?
Dating.
Okay, so they were kind of off at that time.
Yeah, they were off.
All right. I want to show you some photographs which I've marked as states 45 and 46. Ask if you recognize them. States 45 and 46.
Me, Jessica, Tato, and Katie.
All right, and are these fair and accurate photographs of the four of you?
Yeah.
Is this a photograph taken when the four of y'all were hanging out socially?
Yeah.
Okay. Judge, at this time I'd ask to introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 45.
Any objection?
None from the defense. None from Garcia, Judge.
All right, it'll be admitted.
Only objection, Judge, is there's no time frame that's been established for that photograph.
Do you have an idea when these were taken, Mr. Rivera? Do you have any time idea of when these photos were shown?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Sometime prior to the homicide that we're here about?
Shit. Nah, I don't think so.
You think it could have been after?
Probably after.
He's like, shit, I don't remember this.
Objection?
I'll just rest my objection on that, Your Honor. He says he doesn't know when that picture was taken.
I'll overrule the objection. Exhibit 45.
And State's Exhibit 46, what is that a photo of?
Me and Garcia?
All right, and do you know when that photo was taken?
Nah, not really.
Okay, is that
Yes, ma'am.
all right, and are the two of you, I guess if you know, what is your height? What is your height and Mr. Garcia's height?
I'm 5'4". He's
Think,
6'1".
Hey, Beth, thank you so much for the super chat.
5'4" and he's 6'1"?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Jerry, you got to shut the fuck up for a second here, Jerry. Let's turn down these sound effects. Sorry about that, guys. Jerry has been turned completely off.
Is that fair and accurate depiction of the difference in y'all's height?
Of course. He just leaning down a little bit, but he's tall.
All right, Judge, at this time I'd ask to introduce an evidence States 46.
Any objection?
Yes, Judge. He indicated he wasn't sure when that photograph was taken. He also indicated,
You have a legal objection.
By the way, note how close Georgia just got. She's not scared at all of Tato. She goes right up to him. And just keep that in mind for when a couple of the other defense attorneys approach Tato. They're not as brave as Georgia.
Yeah.
Any objection?
yes, Judge. He indicated he wasn't sure when that photograph was taken.
Hey, PJ.
He also indicated,
You have a legal objection. State your legal objection, please.
he can't authenticate it.
All right. I'll overrule the objection, admit State's Exhibit 46. You may.
All right, Mr. Rivera, who's this on the far left?
Garcia. Katie.
Catherine Magdalene?
Yes, ma'am.
What about this one?
Jessica.
Jessica Rivera?
No, Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez, I'm sorry. Is that your child's mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And this person?
Me.
State's Exhibit 40.
Now, hopefully they don't watch these things in jail, but the height difference is taking me out here. There's so much smaller. All right, never mind.
Yes, ma'am. Me.
State's Exhibit 46? Who's that?
Yeah, the sound is low just because Georgia is not by her mic, but it should get better, I think.
That's me and Garcia.
Was there a time when Mr. Garcia approached you about coming to Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
And when was that?
2014.
Okay, do you know how long before the homicide it was that Mr. Garcia first approached you about coming to Tallahassee?
A few months.
All right, and what did Mr. Garcia say when he approached you about coming to Tallahassee?
He just said, I got a job. He gave me a job I got to go do.
He said he had a job,
Yes, ma'am.
and the job was in Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he ask you to come with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask any questions about what the nature of the job was, why you needed to go all the way to Tallahassee, or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Just as my best friend, and I trust him.
So you were automatically in to do whatever it was he wanted you to do?
Whatever you want to do, I would have rolled.
All right, was money discussed as far as how you'd be compensated for this job?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
He was going to give me some money. He said, take a ride with me up to Tallahassee, and I'll give you some money.
Did he say how much?
At that moment, yeah, he did. 35.
All right, 35 what?
35,000.
You were going to get $35,000 for this job?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did you have another conversation in the car on the way to Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
How many trips did you make to Tallahassee?
Like twice.
All right, and were both trips with Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Was anybody else in the car on either of those trips?
Not at all.
All right, tell us about the conversation on the way to Tallahassee. Was this the first trip or the second trip?
This, the first trip.
All right, tell us about that.
We were just taking a ride up there. Markel said I thought we were finna go rob him. So,
Say that again.
Thanks again, Ann. Thank you so much for the second super chat. Thank you so much, Ann. Brittany McDonald, welcome to the Bows. Capri Sun's in the chat.
I'm gonna fuck with you, buddy. We're gonna be buddies. We're gonna be pals. We're gonna wrestle around.
And if you're new to the channel, the reason we do Orange Capri Suns when you become a member is because Alex is from the Alex Murdaugh trial. And that's specifically what he requested. And I knew then when he asked Maggie to get him some orange Capri Suns, I knew then he was guilty. Because who likes orange Capri Suns? You get fruit punch, tropical punch, anything but orange.
I thought we were finna go rob him.
You thought you were coming to Tallahassee to do a robbery?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you assume that, or did somebody tell you that?
No, I assumed I'm like, it was just a job.
All right. So you knew it was a job in Tallahassee, and you assumed it was a robbery. Did you learn something additional about what it was on the way to Tallahassee?
Yeah, and the way coming up, I was like halfway there, we just...
Actually, I have some memberships to give out, so let me do that. Here they come. Glad you're here, Brittany. Cindy gets one. Shelly gets one. Brooklyn gets one. O-Town, Amber, and Jennifer.
He said we're gonna have to kill the man. For some
Said
kids.
you were going to have to kill the man?
Yeah,
And what was the second part of what you said?
for some kids.
For some kids. All right, anything else? What did that mean to you? Killed a man for some kids.
It's for a lady. I guess the lady wanted her kids back.
All right, so is this Garcia telling you this?
Yeah.
Did he have any information about who it was you were coming to Tallahassee to kill?
If you had information for who we coming to kill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What information did he have?
He had a piece of paper.
And where was the piece of paper?
He had it in his hand at that moment.
Okay. Did you see the piece of paper? Did you see what was on it?
Yes, ma'am.
What was on it?
A picture of the guy, what's his name?
Dan Markel,
Dan Markel.
the guy that y'all ended up killing.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the leading judge.
Overruled.
Is that the person whose picture was on the paper?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And was there anything else on the paper other than a picture of Mr. Markel?
I think it was the address in it too.
Okay. And who was doing the driving on this first trip?
He was.
Okay. And during the time that he showed you this paper, was he behind the wheel of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you know where the paper was stored inside the car?
It was on the side of where you drive out by the door.
Okay. Who was responsible for getting the car to go on the first trip?
He did.
Mr. Garcia?
Yeah, he brought the car.
All right. So you didn't, or did you accompany him to rent the car for the first trip?
No, ma'am.
Do you know what your phone number was at the time of this homicide?
Whoa. It literally just says on my buy me a coffee, someone bought me 10 coffees. It does not say who. So whoever someone is, thank you so much for the coffees. I really appreciate it.
I think it was like either 786. I think it was like 290.
No, your phone number.
My phone number?
Yeah.
Shit. And I had two phones.
If I say the phone number, would you be able to say that was correct or not?
Let me hear it, please.
305-570-8153.
Yeah.
That was one of your phone
That
numbers?
was one of my phone numbers.
And then I also have a 305-934-6615. Was that a phone number that belonged to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And was there one number in particular of those two that you took to Tallahassee?
I don't remember which one I took.
Did you definitely take one of them to Tallahassee?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want to ask you about the first trip. Do you know the date that you came to Tallahassee on the first trip?
The date. I can't remember, but no, I can't remember.
Okay. Does June 4th through June 5th sound correct?
Yeah, it was around June. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And that's of the year 2014, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do you know...
Welcome to the Bows, Chris's videos. Thank you so much.
Are you familiar with a traffic ticket that y'all got in the area of Gainesville on that first trip?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 81.
By the way, the fact that they got a ticket is so insane to me. Now, let me just be clear. I would never drive to kill someone. I would never do it. But you better be damn sure if I did, I would be like going like 55 in the right lane so I didn't get pulled over with my letter and guns and drugs. I mean, if you haven't watched this, they're going to get into a lot of shit that happens in their trip, but they were reckless to say the least.
You recognize State's 81?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a fair and accurate copy of the traffic ticket that y'all received on this first trip to Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and this was in the car that was rented by Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Who got the ticket?
I got the ticket.
All right. Judge, at this time, I'd ask to introduce an evidence State's 81.
Any objection?
Not at all, Judge, not Mr. Garcia.
No objection.
Be admitted.
What was the ticket for?
Speeding.
Okay, and so you were doing the driving, at least in the Gainesville area, is that right?
Yeah, we had switched for a minute, and he told me to drive.
All right. Do you know what time of day you arrived in Tallahassee on that first trip on June 4th?
In the morning, like around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning around there.
Okay. And would it refresh your memory to look at when this traffic ticket was?
Cindy, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Thank you, thank you.
Let me see.
I'm going to draw your attention to the top right corner of this traffic ticket. Indicates that you received a ticket at 9:12 a.m. in Gainesville, Florida. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
It does? When you came to Tallahassee that first time, did you have any guns with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what guns were in the car with you on that first trip?
We had 2 guns.
Okay.
2 38s.
2 38s?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did those guns come from?
One was his and one was mine.
One was whose?
Garcia's.
All right, and was that a gun that he acquired just for this trip or something he'd already had?
He already had it.
All right, what about the gun that was yours?
I bought it
Where did you buy it?
on the corner.
On the corner, so it was an illegal gun purchase?
Yes,
or-
ma'am.
And was which one of these guns, if either of them, ended up being the murder weapon in this case?
The one that I brought.
All right, the one that you purchased on the corner?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was before the first trip to Tallahassee?
That was the first trip.
All right, so what was the purpose of the first trip?
We came to scope them out.
Okay, were you intending to commit the murder on the first trip?
It was supposed to, but we couldn't find them.
All right, so when y'all came to do the first trip, was any money exchanged?
Nah, he had money.
Who did?
Garcia.
How much money did he have?
He probably had, I think, from $2,000 to $5,000.
Between $2,000 and $5,000?
Yeah.
This is key. This is key testimony because, first of all, Katie says she only had like a few $100. I've made videos about this, but $2,000 to $5,000. How did Sigfredo get $2,000 to $5,000? How did they get money for other trips when allegedly, there was only the payment supposedly, after, but they got $2,000 to $5,000. My theory is there were at least 3 trips, one of them that Lewis doesn't know about. And there was definitely more contact between Katie and Charlie and possibly Wendy and Donna. There's missing stuff here. And the reason we don't know about it is because if Tato didn't know about it, like if Sigfredo and Katie did stuff without Tato, then we're never going to know. Tato just lies. Not Tato, sorry. Katie just lies. Yes, I am live. Beach Chillin'. This is live.
Okay, and did you know where he got the money from?
The money, he got it from the people that hired him.
All right, and who is that? Did he tell you?
Nah, he didn't tell me yet.
Okay. Did he give you any money on this first trip?
Excuse me?
Did he give you any money for this first
He gave me
trip?
a couple of $100.
Okay. How many nights did you stay in Tallahassee on that first trip? If you remember.
I'll say like 2 nights.
All
2
right.
to 3 nights.
Where did y'all stay?
In a hotel.
Okay. And did you interact with a man by the name of Shadrach Nobles in the hotel?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that you came here to do the murder, but you couldn't find him. What did you mean by that?
We have followed him, and we.
Real quick, V Bongi says, "Good evening. Can't wait for Monday. Will Donna speak?" I absolutely think she can't keep her mouth shut if she tried. And also, it was too quick of notice, so I couldn't get off. But if anything significant happens, I'll do a recap in the evening. However, if you remember, Judge Everett from Charlie's trial, he's not like a judge that does like a whole spiel. He is not a judge that does a whole like thing. So I don't expect much from him. I do expect Donna because she can't shut her fucking mouth if her life depended on it, which literally is why she was found guilty, because she couldn't shut her fucking mouth.
Followed who?
Markel.
All right. Where'd you follow him to?
Follow him all the way to a daycare where you kept losing him.
Okay. Where did you follow him? When you say you followed him to the daycare, where did you start following him?
Like, we had stopped by a park and watched him come out of his house.
So you knew where his house was located?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know where Mr. Markel's house was?
Garcia pointed his house to me.
Okay. Was that something that was written on the paper?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you said you...
Real quick, Ashy Snow, thank you so much for the Venmo. And Betty bought a coffee and said, "You're the best." Thank you so much, Ashley and Betty. I really appreciate it. Ashley, who is Ashy Snow. Thank you so much.
Pulled into a park and waited for him. Where was the park?
I was in the corner by a light.
I'll show you what I marked as safety unit 47. You recognize States 47?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this a fair and accurate aerial map depicting where you parked that day waiting for Mr. Markel to follow him or scope him out?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time I'd ask to introduce States 47.
Any objection?
No objection from Mr. Garcia.
No objection.
Be admitted. You may.
Mr. Rivera, does this yellow dot here indicate where you and Mr. Garcia waited?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and had you already seen Mr. Markel's home before you parked here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and when he pulled out, did he pull out down this road right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when you're talking about the light, are you talking about this intersection?
Brittany says, "I think Wendy's trial is going to show the close relationship with Katie." I just think if there is a trial, which I think WhatsApp. I think there's something that connects Wendy to Katie. WhatsApp. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't think they had the ability to get the messages, but I think they may be able to reveal that they were contacts or something, because every trial, Georgia asks about WhatsApp, and specifically Katie. I don't know if she asked about WhatsApp in every trial. I don't know specifically about Katie in each trial, but at least two of them she asked about Katie. I think there's something there. That's just my thought.
Yes.
All right, tell me where you followed him. If he came down this way, where did y'all go?
Pulled right behind him, and he went straight.
Diana C says, "I like your wife. Me too. Please tell everyone her channel." She's in the chat, I think. I don't know if she's still here, but her channel is Mindful Crime Couture, and she does some deep dives into Adelson stuff too. There it is. I just shared the link.
Straight down through this way?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that when you followed him to the area of the daycare?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and when you say you lost him, where and how did you lose him?
He had pulled up into the daycare. By the time we made a circle, I guess he had pulled down and left. So we kept losing him.
All right, and when you talk about following Mr. Markel to the daycare on this first trip, who was driving when you all followed him to the daycare?
Garcia.
All right. You mentioned going by Mr. Markel's residence. Can you tell the jury exactly what kind of scoping out y'all did of Mr. Markel's residence on this trip?
Just driving through to see if we see his car, to see if there was somebody in the house, but we never got to see his car.
Did you ever pull around behind the house or go anywhere besides other than driving right in front?
Yeah, we went around the house.
Okay. Did you get out of the car?
No, ma'am.
Did Mr. Garcia get out of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
He got off, went behind the house, tried to see if somebody was in the house.
Who was supposed to be the shooter on this first trip?
I was going to be the shooter.
Did you make a suggestion to change the plan from shooting to something else?
Yeah, I found out for the kids. I ain't going to shoot nobody in front of no kids.
All right. When you saw Mr. Markel on the first...
This is another reason I think people tend to gravitate towards Tato. I believe him that he wouldn't do it. He has like a code. I mean, he would have killed. I think he probably would have killed Dan, but he wouldn't do it in front of the kids. And he was like, I would just steal. If it was up to me, I would have just stole the money.
First trip, did he have his kids with him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Why didn't the murder get done on the...
By the way, another reason I think that he comes across as genuine and telling the truth, he's never embellishing stories like Wendy and Charlie and adding additional details that aren't needed. He just gives you the answer.
First trip, is it because...
We lost him.
Okay. Did you ever observe Mr. Markel on the first trip where he was, I guess, separated from his children?
Excuse me?
Did you ever see him where he was in his car or in his home and the kids were not around that first trip?
Nah, he always had his kids.
Did y'all discuss plans to, I guess y'all went back to Miami, correct? After
Yes,
the
ma'am.
failed first trip. And was there any plans discussed about when to come back?
No, ma'am.
All right, what about between the two trips? Was there a conversation about the homicide or coming back to Tallahassee?
Excuse me, what two trips? The two trips?
Between the two trips, did y'all talk about when you're gonna come back, or
No, when we left that first night, we left. We didn't talk about it.
you did or did not?
Did not.
Okay. How did it come about that y'all came back?
He ended up calling me, he said, you got to do the job. We got to finish that job.
Okay. And did y'all return to Tallahassee on July 16th, 2014?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you get to Tallahassee that time?
We rented a car.
Who rented the car?
I did.
All right. I'm going to show you what's been introduced into evidence as States 82. Have you seen this exhibit before?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the rental agreement where you rented this car?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a green Prius, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And whose phone number is this up here listed as brother? You know?
Can't remember.
Give it to you. 786-372-5986.
I can't remember.
Who went with you to rent the Prius?
Well, it was me and Garcia. He waited.
Clearly in the first trial, they didn't figure out how to show exhibits on the screen. It's just a white screen.
I'm in the corner. I went in, gave him $300. I rented a car.
Okay. Did you refer to Mr. Garcia as your brother?
Always.
Who drove to Tallahassee in the green Prius?
I did.
Where did y'all stay in Tallahassee on the second trip?
Same hotel.
Okay, I'm going to show you what I've marked as States Exhibit 83. Recognize States 83?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is that the receipt from And I think this one is, it shows an arrival date of July 16th. Is that your
July.
information?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a fair and accurate copy of what you filled out to register in the hotel here in Tallahassee?
Yes.
All right, Judge, at this time, I'd ask to move into evidence State's Exhibit 83, which is accompanied by a certification or declaration of authenticity by the folks at the Budget Inn.
Budget in.
Yes, sir.
Is there objection?
Just to confirm, this is on the July 16th, 2014, that's this one, correct?
Correct.
Okay, no objection from Mr. Garcia.
No objection.
Be admitted. You may.
You arrived on July 16th, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your name and address, so forth?
Yes, ma'am.
What about this phone number? There's another phone number on here. You know who that belongs to? Is that a real phone number?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It's not a real phone number at all.
I want to talk about Thursday, July 17th. So you came, you spent the night at the Budget Inn, you woke up on Thursday, July 17th. What happened that day?
Woke up, took a ride towards Markel's house.
You know what Donna's probably going to say at the sentencing? Donna's probably going to be like, Your Honor, before you sentence me, do you need a grand piano? Because I got some, I got a trailer, I got a grand piano. Maybe you can just be a little light with me, please.
House. It's that Thursday morning. And we went around the house. So we went around the house, we came back around, and we seen a lady walking through.
Mm-hmm. Where was the lady?
She was towards my right-hand side, towards his house. Markel's
Towards
house.
whose house? Towards Markel's house?
Mhm.
Okay, was she in the street, on the sidewalk, or something
Sidewalk.
else? Okay. Did she have children with her?
Yes, ma'am, too.
All right, what happened when you saw this lady? Did she see you?
Yeah, she looked dead at the car. I was driving, and as I looked in my rear mirror, I seen her looking.
Mm-hmm.
So
What happened next?
I asked Garcia, what's up with this lady? Was she looking at the car? Yeah, that's that lady with the kids, man.
So you asked Garcia, hey, who's this lady that's looking at the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And he said, that's the lady with the kids.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you take that to mean?
That's the lady that wanted the kids.
The lady that wanted you to do this job?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And were you worried about seeing her there?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you worried about her seeing you there?
Of course.
Were you concerned? Did you ever ask Garcia, who knows that I'm involved in this job with you?
I can't remember.
Can't remember that?
No.
Okay. What did you do once you see this lady and Garcia tells you that's the lady that wants this job done?
We drove off. We left.
Okay. Did Garcia make a phone call about seeing the lady?
Well, I'm looking to the rear mirror, and I seen her making a phone call. I seen
Okay.
her getting on the phone.
The lady that you saw on the side?
By the way, I am almost positive in Charlie's trial, there's a point. I'm like 99.9% positive. In Charlie's trial, there's a point in the trial where they read a stipulation and they say that it wasn't possible for them to see Wendy because the kids were in daycare. But I can't find it. I watched the trial so many times just to find that part. But I'm almost positive there's a point in Charlie's trial. Maybe it's not Charlie's trial. Maybe it's the next trial. They read a stipulation. They say it couldn't have been Wendy that he saw. If anyone knows when that was, or maybe I'm just hallucinating.
Sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then y'all drove off.
We drove off.
Okay. And did Mr. Garcia, after seeing that and driving off, did he make any?
Oh, it was. Thank you, Abby. I gotta find it. Yes, this is the first trial Sister Wendy, this is the first trial of Sigfredo Garcia and Katie Magbanowa.
Phone calls.
After we done bent like the corner, he got on the phone.
All right, and who did he get on the phone with?
I believe he got on the phone with Katie.
How do you know it was Katie he got on the phone with?
Because she, like, the way he was talking, it's only her. He only talks to her.
All right, and what do you mean the way he was talking?
Thank you,
How are you
Abby.
able to tell?
Like, when he spoke to her, she like, y'all get out of there. The lady just seen y'all.
All right, and so y'all were worried about this lady having seen you?
Oh, I was worried.
You were?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you able, you said that you believe Garcia called Katie. Could you actually hear her, or you could only hear his end of the conversation?
I'm hearing his end of the conversation right now.
All right, and tell us about his end of the conversation. What did you hear?
He's like, we just gotta go. Like, let's get out of here.
Okay. Did you learn anything about Mr. Markel planning to leave town?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We had to get the job done because he was supposed to leave that Friday morning.
How did you know that?
Garcia told him.
And how did he know that?
Katie told him.
And when Katie told him that, was that something that happened while you were present, or something that he already knew before y'all arrived there?
No, I was present. I was in the car.
Okay. Did you post a picture on Instagram while y'all were in Tallahassee on that second trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell the jury about that?
There's a picture of an owl.
An owl, like the bird?
Yeah.
Okay. And was that a photograph that you took here in Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What happened after you posted this picture of an owl on Instagram?
Garcia came and told me, hey, you need to take that shit down.
Garcia told you?
Again, I would never murder someone. If I went and I was on a trip for a murder, I would not be posting to the gram. However, if there was an owl, I would probably take a picture of it, keep it on my photos, because personally, I've never seen an owl in person before. So I would definitely take a picture, but I wouldn't be posting it to the gram. I tell you that.
That?
Yes, ma'am.
And who told him that?
I believe Katie.
You believe Katie, or
No,
you know Katie?
it's Katie. It's her.
Okay. So did Garcia get a phone call about the Instagram photo that you posted?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you present when he received that phone call?
I was outside.
Okay.
He came outside and told me.
He came outside and told you to take it down?
Yeah.
All right. And did you all have contact with that same gentleman that y'all saw the first trip, Shodrick Nobles? Did y'all see him on the second trip?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Could you tell the jury about the circumstances of coming into contact with Mr. Nobles on the second trip?
Buying drugs.
All right. And was there an issue with your car as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell the jury about the issue with the car?
There was an issue in the car that I was driving, and Garcia pulled a gun out and shot a hole right through the car.
All right. What gun?
I mean, they're really the wet bandits. They're the wet bandits. He shot a fucking hole through the floor of the car, man.
What gun did he shoot the car with?
Oh, the homicide one. The 38.
The murder weapon.
The murder weapon.
The gun that you bought on the street corner.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I assume that was an accidental shooting of the car?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Where did this occur? Were y'all in the parking lot or somewhere else?
And I was driving.
All right. Did it disable the vehicle?
Of course.
All right. So what did y'all do as a result of the vehicle being disabled? And this is the green Prius, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead and tell us what y'all did.
Well, the car had stopped.
By the way, just like, even if, like, wouldn't you maybe think, you know what? First they get the speeding ticket, then they shoot a hole through the car. Maybe at that point be like, you know what? This is, something is telling us to just go. That would be me. I'd be like, dude, I got a speeding ticket. You just shot a fucking hole through the floor of this car, which nicks the gas line. We're going home, dude. I am taking an Uber. I don't care how much it costs. Give me some of that $5,000. I'm taking an Uber home. I'm renting another car. I'm going home.
He hit the gas line. So, pushed it right to the side of the road, so like a little parking lot. Mm-hmm. He left with Cedric to the AutoZone and got a little piece of hose to come fix it up. It only took him like about 10 minutes to fix it.
So Garcia got a ride with Mr. Nobles?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and who fixed the car?
Garcia.
All right, was he able to do that with whatever he bought at the auto parts store?
Of course.
And then it ran again after that?
Yes, ma'am.
And did Mr. Nobles assist y'all with getting a hotel room that second night in Tallahassee?
Yes.
All right, I want to talk about what happened on July 18th, 2014. Who was driving the green Prius that day?
I was.
Where did y'all go when you left the hotel?
To Markel's house.
All right, and was Mr. Markel, was his vehicle there?
That's that Friday.
Yes, sir.
His vehicle, we had pulled, but we passed by. We didn't see it, so we went to the corner.
By the way, I'm just thinking of this now, but I know a lot of us have seen these trials multiple times. You know, this first one was 2019. First arrest is 2016. But just think about the friends and family who have been following this since it happened in 2014, or the people in Tallahassee, and then they start hearing these stories, this first trial. Like we're all kind of numb to it now because we've heard these stories so many times. But can you wrap your head around this? Like, it just must have been so insane when they first started getting these details.
The same spot of that park. We posted up and waited for him to come around. So
The blog is Wendy, member for 14 months. Thank you so much. The blog is Wendy.
once I seen him, we followed him
Where did you follow him?
all the way to the daycare.
All right. And did you see him drop his children off at the daycare?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you continue to follow him?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you follow him from the daycare?
To the gym.
All right. And are you still driving at this
I'm
point?
still driving.
And Mr. Garcia is the passenger?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you continue to use your cell phones once you got into the area of Premier Gym?
Nah, I think the cell phone was off. I can't remember.
Okay. You don't remember whether you turned your phone off or not?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was on or off.
Okay. Have you seen the Premier Gym video?
I seen the gym.
And you saw the images of that green Prius circling around while Mr. Markel was working out in the gym?
Yeah.
And was that you in that vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened once Mr. Markel came out of the gym?
We followed him all the way back to his house.
And have you seen the images that were on the bus cameras?
If I seen the images,
Yeah, the video from the bus cameras.
yeah, I seen them.
All right. And is that y'all both before and right after the murder of Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. On the way to the murder, I see only your car, the Prius, turning onto Benton Road. I do not see Mr. Markel's. Why is that?
We went the other. He went one way and we went the other way.
And what do you mean by that? He turned before you or after you?
He turned before me.
Okay. So he turned to get to his house another way, and you turned on Benton.
Whoops.
Yes, the corner of his.
Just got a $15 Venmo from Leslie with the sushi emoji, pizza, owl, and cash emoji. Leslie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
House.
Okay. That corner right there by the park?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so when you were approaching Mr. Markel's residence, was he coming from the other direction?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened once the two of y'all were headed toward each other?
He pulled in and I pulled right behind him.
How close did you get up behind him?
Real close.
All right. And what was Mr. Markel doing when you pulled up behind him?
He was on the phone.
All right. Still seated in the driver's seat of his vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened once you pulled into his driveway?
Soon as he pulled in, Garcia jumped out the car and went around. Not around, but in front of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind his car and in front of the car I was driving. Went to the driver's side and shot him.
He shot Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
Twice.
Did you actually see Mr. Garcia shoot Mr. Markel?
Of course.
Were the shots close together?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe Mr. Garcia's shooting position, like how he was holding the gun?
One hand.
All right. Was it raised up or was it like a normal arm, pretty straight shooting position?
Raised up pretty straight.
Okay. And did Mr. Garcia, did you observe him touch anything did he have to go inside the garage to kill Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you see him touch anything inside the garage?
No, ma'am.
All right. And when he shot Mr. Markel, can you tell the jury anything about how close the gun was to Mr. Markel?
Pretty close.
Okay. Would you say inches, feet?
Just inches away.
All right. Did you see Mr. Garcia go inside the house at all?
Not at all.
Did he take anything from Mr.
No.
Markel other than his life?
No, ma'am.
What did y'all do once Mr. Garcia shot Mr. Markel?
Got in the car and left.
And who was driving?
Me.
All right. Which way did y'all go?
The same way we came in.
All right. Up Thomasville Road?
They by the corner of the park.
Okay. So you turned at the corner by the park.
Yeah.
And then did you turn at the light?
Yes. Made a right and just left.
All right. Did y'all get on the interstate and head back to Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see the person in the courtroom who shot Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please point that person out and describe what he's wearing?
Garcia. He's wearing a tux.
A tux? What color is the shirt?
It sucks.
Let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant Garcia.
Just for the people who don't know, Garcia is not in fact wearing a tux. I love how Georgia repeated it.
Describe what he's wearing.
Garcia. He's wearing a tux.
A tux?
Yeah.
What color is the shirt?
Blue.
Let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant Garcia.
Actually, I'm kidding. For the folks who haven't seen this, I'm just kidding. Garcia's wearing the orange Dumb and Dumber tux. The tux.
Garcia. On the bus video that we talked about a little earlier, in the moments after the homicide, there's some
and just to be clear, Tato, if you're watching this, I'm laughing at Georgia. It was just a funny joke.
like animated movement that's seen in the passenger side of the Prius. Can you tell us what that was? What was happening at that time?
Oh, he's just trying to hide the gun.
Who was?
Garcia.
Where was he trying to hide the gun?
Right in front of the passenger side.
Okay. And what was Mr. Garcia's demeanor like? What was he acting like when he got back in the car after killing Mr. Markel?
He was nervous.
What happened to the murder weapon in this case?
We dumped it
Where did y'all dump it?
in the lake
All right, what lake?
and a bridge. Ain't no telling. And one of them bridges.
All right, was it on the way between
On the way-
Tallahassee and Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you able to say exactly which bridge it was?
I can't remember.
But the gun was thrown into a body of water?
Yes, ma'am.
And who threw the gun into the body of water?
Garcia.
Did you ride around with law enforcement much later looking for this location?
Yes, ma'am.
He even drew a map for those who don't know, and shockingly, it was a super good map, but they couldn't find the gun.
Have you seen the ATM images in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing State Exhibit 42. You seen this before?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that?
That's me.
Who's that?
Garcia.
What car is this?
The Prius.
That's the day of the homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you doing at the ATM?
I was just getting money out.
Why did you need to get money out if you got a couple $100 already for the murder?
We got ran out.
Y'all had run out of money by then?
Yeah.
Do you know which one of you had the first phone call once the murder occurred, you or Mr. Garcia?
Garcia.
And do you know when that phone call was made or where y'all were when the phone call was made?
We was driving back to Miami.
All right. And who was the first phone call? Did he receive a phone call or he made a phone call?
Shit.
If you know.
I can't remember right there.
And who was the first phone call with?
Katie.
All right, so Garcia either called Katie or got a call from Katie, and that was the first call that either of y'all made after the murder.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how do you know that call was to Katie?
Because when he was speaking, he like, hey, the shit is done. She goes, I already know it's done.
All right, and when she said, I already know it's done, was that something that you heard or that Garcia told you?
I heard.
How were you able to hear it?
Because I'm in the car with him. The windows are up, and she's on the phone.
So her voice was loud enough through the receiver that you were able to hear her. And could you identify her voice as being hers and not somebody else's?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so tell us again what exactly was said.
He said, we already finished. He goes, I already know it's done.
All right, and then what?
And then we asked for the money, like, where the money at? So you'll get it tomorrow.
Who said you'll get it tomorrow?
And how would they know? That's the question, folks. How would they know?
Katie.
Who was responsible for getting the money?
I believe Katie.
All right, and you said, why do you say you believe Katie? Was it Katie or not?
Yes, it was Katie.
All right, and did you know where she was going to get the money from?
If I knew, not really, but we know the lady, Wendy, was paying it.
All right, so you knew that the job was being done so that Wendy could get her kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go with Katie to get the money?
No, ma'am.
All right, and when Katie said you'll get the money, what exactly did she say? I'm not sure you said
They'll
that
get the
yet.
money tomorrow.
You'll get the money tomorrow. And was that okay with you?
Not really. I mean, the job is done. We should get the money today.
All right, did y'all go back and forth about that a little bit?
Not at all.
All right, so she was going to get the money and you were going to get it tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you get the money the next day?
Yes, ma'am.
That's going to be Saturday the 19th?
Yes, ma'am.
July 19th, 2014?
Yes.
Your financial records indicate that you went to Big Daddy's the night of the murder. Is that a place in Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of place is that?
Big Daddy, you got a bar and then you got a Flanagan's right next to it.
Okay. Is Flanagan's also a bar or is that something else?
It's together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bar. It's a sport bar.
Is that a place that you hung out regularly?
Not really.
Okay. But you went there that night?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about Mr. Garcia? Did he go there with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all spend some money that night?
Yes.
Were y'all celebrating?
You can't call it celebrating, but yeah, we spent some money.
All right, but you hadn't been paid yet.
No, not at all.
Okay, but you were anticipating getting some money the next day.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know how much Mr. Garcia was getting paid for his role in this murder?
40 grand.
40 grand, and that's what he told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know how much Katie was getting for her role in this murder?
The rest.
The rest of what?
The money.
How much money was it total?
100 grand.
100 grand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how much the job was?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you learn that?
I asked Garcia, he's giving me 35, and he's getting 40. I said, how much is in total? He said 100. Katie get the rest.
All right. So you said that you got paid the next day. Tell us about that.
I was in a barbershop the next morning. I get a phone call from Katie. Hey, where's Tato? Where's Tato?
And Tato is Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Katie, you talked to Katie on the phone that day.
Yes, I did.
And that was pretty unusual because y'all don't usually talk on the phone, right?
Yes, ma'am, we don't.
All right, and she says, where's Tato? Did you know where Tato was?
Objection leading.
Yes.
Overruled.
And where was Tato?
And Shrimp's house.
And who's Shrimp?
His girlfriend.
Okay, so that's a woman that he was seeing around that time?
Yes, ma'am.
What, babe? It's true. I live on Long Island. I went to SUNY Albany my first year of college. I went away completely unprepared, but my dad drove me up there, 4-hour drive, and we did not talk at all. Not a word was spoke. dropped me off, and he was like, deuces, and then he went home. SUNY Albany. It was, at the time, supposedly the biggest party school in the country. Not that I saw.
All right, and what did she say? Did she say anything about the money?
Yeah, she said, who's gonna come get this money? I said, he is. He'll go get it.
All right, so she wanted to know who was gonna come get the money.
Yes, ma'am.
And were you able to locate Mr. Garcia?
Of course.
And did y'all go get the money?
I didn't go get it. He went to get it.
You didn't get your money?
I was in the barbershop still. They brought the money to my house.
Okay, and did you go to your house to get the money?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was present when you went to your house and got your money?
Garcia and Katie.
All right, and is that the house that we talked about earlier that you lived out with Jessica?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you leave the barber shop, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And go to your house?
Yes.
Who gave you the money?
Garcia.
All right, and Catherine Magbana was present as well?
She was there.
All right, and tell us about the money. How was it packaged?
It was in a brown bag.
Okay. Like a brown paper bag or a plastic?
A brown paper bag.
All right, and what about inside the brown paper bag?
It was like a little clear plastic, a plastic bag inside of it as well.
All right, and what was inside the clear plastic bag?
Money, all hundreds.
All hundreds?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you count the money?
No,
How do you know how much was there?
because I trust them.
All right, so you were told it was $35,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And did it seem like about that much to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said it was all hundreds.
Kind of interesting that he makes no mention of the laundered money.
Were they separated at all into stacks?
They were stapled.
Stapled.
$1,000 staple each one of them.
So stacks of hundreds stapled together with like a stapler?
Yeah, with a stapler. Not all of them together, but $1,000 each was stapled.
Okay. So you had a bunch of stacks of $100 bills that were stapled into stacks of 1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Anthony Ortiz?
That's one of my friends.
All right. Is that a person that would know how to find you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did Catherine Magbanoa know Anthony Ortiz?
Yeah.
And do you know his number, or if I say his number, would you be able to say yes or no that that's his number?
Yeah.
305-762-0648.
That's his number.
Trevor, I have one.
Did you get any additional money for this murder other than the money that you got in that brown paper bag?
Yeah, he gave me an extra $2,000.
Who did?
Garcia.
When was that?
In the car.
You say in the car. Was that the same day that you got the 35 grand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware of any purchases that Mr. Garcia made with his portion of the money from this murder?
Yes, ma'am.
And what purchases were those?
We just bought some toys.
Like what?
Like cars, motorcycles.
What about you? Did you buy any toys?
Yeah, I bought a motorcycle.
All right, I'm going to approach with States Exhibits 48 and 49. Let's start with 48. Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you recognize it?
Let's go see his motorcycle, and the Monte Carlo is his.
All right. Is this a fair and accurate photo of the toys that he bought with the proceeds of this murder?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time, I'd ask to introduce States 48.
Any objection?
Judge, if I may,
You might.
it's number 4. Pictures of the motorcycle. I'm going to object as to authentication. Mr.
I'll overrule that. That's it.
Rivera, 064, he doesn't show.
No objection.
You call this guy.
You may.
27.
Mr. Rivera, there's a couple motorcycles in this photo. Garcia purchase both of those with the money?
Nah, just one.
The screen is so bad.
The yellow one.
They really have gotten
Yellow
better
and
at
black.
that.
One in the front?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what about this vehicle back here? Did you purchase that with money from the murder?
Yes, ma'am.
State's Exhibit 49, do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that show?
Me and Garcia on the motorcycles.
All right, are those the motorcycles y'all bought with the money from killing Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time, I'd ask to move in evidence States 49.
Any objection?
No objection.
No objection.
There'll be admitted. 49 will be admitted.
Do you know what Catherine Magbanowa did with her cut of the money?
Not really.
Did you dump your phone, the phone that you took to Tallahassee? Did you dump that phone after the murder?
Nah, I think I just changed the number.
Change the number? And did you change the number because it might have been associated with a homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to the Prius?
Well, we turned it back.
Who turned it back in?
I turned it back in.
And was it turned in on time?
No.
Tell us about that.
Well, Garcia used it at night. We went out. He took the Prius, parked it somewhere around the house. He said he lost it. He said he didn't know where he put it at. So I had to go over there and look for it. Found it like a block and a half away from where he lived at in Miami
Alright.
Beach.
Miami Beach?
Yeah.
And so the Prius was a few days.
Well, Abby, I think he likes Georgia. I think he has respect for Georgia. Just wait for that cross. Oh, yeah, this is a true story. Sloan is in a mock trial, and they asked her about the Murdoch trial. And she's like, she was going to answer the question, but they said, they're like, does anyone know the trial where, a family member, I forget the details exactly, but someone was like, I wasn't sure if it was the Adelsons or the Murdoch trial. Because that's what they hear from us.
Late, right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a wire intercept, a T3 wire intercept that was done in reference to this case?
Not really.
Have you had an opportunity to review some recorded calls that were captured on a disc?
I heard it from one of my homegirls.
Say that again?
I heard it before.
Okay, did you remember coming and listening with Investigator Newland to some phone calls and initialing whether or not you knew who the voices were on those calls?
Wait, Detective who? Newman?
Newland, Investigator Jason
Newman! Newman! Hold on a second. Detective.
Hello, Newman.
Did you meet with him?
Yeah, I met with him.
Okay, and did he play some phone calls for you? And the gist of that was asking you, can you recognize the voices on
Yes.
these calls? You remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to approach with State's Exhibit 138.
Hi, Kim.
One moment, please, Your Honor.
All right, jury needs to take a break. We'll take 10 minutes. Let everybody be seated, please. You may proceed, Ms. Kaplan.
Rivera, when we broke, I was asking you whether you recalled having a meeting where you listened to some phone calls, the recorded phone calls from this case to identify the voices. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to approach with what I've marked as States 179. Do you recognize this sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this your initial here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what about these check marks? What do these check marks indicate?
The voices.
All right, so on each of these letter phone calls, were you able to authenticate the voices that are highlighted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for example, on call D, you were asked to listen to see if that's...
She doesn't move this into evidence yet, and she's
Overruled.
talking about the document.
Overruled.
So, for example, on call D, you were asked to identify the voice of, there's two voices on there, and you were asked to identify the one that's highlighted, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And does the check mark indicate that you were able to identify the
Yes, ma'am.
highlighted voice? Okay. And on these calls, such as call K, there are two names highlighted there, Katie and Garcia. Does the check mark indicate you were able to authenticate both of those voices?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and the ones that have check marks by Katie, is that referencing Catherine Magbanoa?
Yes, ma'am.
So that was her voice on the call?
Yes, ma'am.
And the ones that have Garcia, that's referencing Sigfredo Garcia's voice?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and all the check marks indicate that you have authenticated those voices on those particular calls?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Judge, at this time I'd ask to introduce State 179.
Is there objection?
Yes, Your Honor. First, I've never been shown what Ms. Cataloni is referring to, and if you want to go sidebar, I'll lay my other objections. Improper foundation.
Look, we'll go sidebar.
Oh, guys, there's Sigfredo in his tuxedo. There's the tux.
Mr. Rivera, I don't think I asked you, what is your nickname if you have one?
Tato.
Tato?
Yeah.
All right. And I want to take you back for a moment to the first trip to Tallahassee. Did Mr. Garcia engage in any phone calls with Ms. Magbanoa during that first trip to Tallahassee?
Can't remember.
Do you remember giving a proffer in this case on October 4th, 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember giving some statements about Garcia having a lot of phone contact with Ms. Magbanoa on that first trip?
Sustained.
I'm going to approach and show you the transcript of that offer. Ask you to read the question and answer. Are you able to read very well, Mr.
Can't
Rivera?
read, can't write.
All right. Judge, I'll ask for some guidance on that.
I don't give guidance, Ms. Kaplan.
Okay, well, the question is, right, how do you know that?
Judge Hankinson was no joke.
Sustained.
All right,
Move on, Ms. Kaplan.
yes, sir. Do you have any recollection of any conversation, overhearing any conversation in which Ms. Magbanoa was concerned about you and Mr. Garcia doing something stupid or messing it up?
Can't remember.
Okay. Do you remember any conversation that you were privy to where Mr. Garcia was telling Ms. Magbanoa to make sure those people have the money?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was Friday after the murder happened.
So F***ing glad you're back on streaming and all over social. $10 for you to get your own tux. Top hat.
Top hat. Abby, thank you so much. I love how it said so F***ing whatever it said. Abby, thank you so much. I will put that towards my tuxedo fund.
Okay. Were there other conversations that happened on the first trip where the money was discussed?
No.
You don't remember Mr. Garcia telling Ms. Magbanoa that they better have the money?
No, I don't remember.
slide forward a little bit more. I think you've kind of backed up a little bit.
I'm way in the mic.
Do you remember any conversation where Ms. Magbanawa was indicating to Mr. Garcia where you could hear her saying, make sure you get everything done right. When you are done, call me?
Yes.
When was that?
That was the second trip. We was finna murder the guy.
Okay. And were you a member of this conspiracy to accomplish the murder of Mr. Markel?
Not at all.
You didn't have anything to do with it?
I mean, and yeah, he told me about it to go, but if you're saying if I got hired, no.
Well, you got paid, didn't you?
Yeah, from Garcia.
All right, so Garcia hired you to do a murder, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
And who hired him?
The Addison family.
I'm sorry?
The Wendy family.
Wendy's family hired him?
Yeah.
Okay, and how was Wendy's family connected to Sigfredo Garcia?
Because Katie was dating the dentist.
Okay, did Katie know about the murder?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Katie have a role in hiring Sigfredo Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that?
Because he told me.
And Katie got paid?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection is deleting.
Sustained.
Do you know which member of the Adelson family? Do you know? Did you have any contact with any member of the Adelson family? Did any member of the Adelson family ever pay you any money?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever have any phone calls with any member of the Adelson
No,
family?
ma'am.
Text messages?
Nope.
Meetings?
No.
Any other type of communication?
Not at all.
Do you see the person in the courtroom that you say hired Sigfredo Garcia to do this homicide?
The only one I see is Katie.
All right, would you please point her out and describe what she's wearing?
She's wearing gray and black.
Let the record reflect the witness has
Captain,
identified.
Would you put your hand down, please, Miss
The
Captain?
witness
It
has
makes it hard to hear
identified.
you.
Sir?
Makes it hard to hear you when you've got your hand up around
Yes,
your mouth.
sir. The witness has identified defendant Magbanawa. No further questions.
Cross.
Georgia did not like that. She didn't even let. That was some sass from Georgia. She didn't even let him finish what he was saying, and she just got louder.
Let the record reflect the witness has identified.
Would you put your hand down, please, Miss Captain?
The witness
It
has
makes it hard to hear
identified.
you.
Sir?
Makes it hard to hear you when you've got your hand up around
Yes,
your mouth.
sir. The witness has identified defendant Magbanawa. No further questions.
Cross.
Give me a second to set up, Your Honor.
Certainly.
If I may proceed, Judge.
You may.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome to the Bose Gravity True Crime Bubblegum. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rivera.
This is when Mr. Zagana, I think I pronounced that wrong, tries to act like a real tough guy.
Good afternoon.
Do you have any aliases other than your full legal name as Luis Rivera?
Yeah, Tato.
What about King Tato?
Yeah, King Tato.
And where is the nickname King Tato derived from?
King is from Latin king, and Tato is my nickname since I was a baby.
You're a Latin King legacy, right?
Yeah.
And I say that because you were born into being a Latin King, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And by being born into this organization, that means that you had family members that were part of the organization. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Objection, relevance.
If I can explain. If I can explain, sidebar, Judge, it goes material.
Your Honor.
And Mr. Rivera, what was your title with the North Miami tribe of the Latin Kings when you got arrested in this case?
This case right here,
Or the federal case?
I was a leader.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's 5 designations of leaders in the Latin King organization, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's certain crowns, correct? There's like a 5th crown, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that called the secretary?
Yes, sir.
There's a 4th crown, which is called the treasurer.
Yes, sir.
There's a 3rd crown, which is called the enforcer.
Yes, sir.
There's a 2nd crown that's called, I can't pronounce it, it's CACIQU.
Cacique.
Okay. And then there's the Inca or the Primera, the 1st crown, correct?
Yes, sir.
By the way, if I was a Latin king, there's no fucking way you'd be calling me the secretary. If I'm a Latin king, you're not making me the secretary.
And that's what you were.
Yes, sir.
The 1st crown of the North Miami tribe of the Latin Kings, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in addition to being a local organization, well, it's not just a local organization, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There's Latin Kings throughout the state of Florida, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And in addition to the state of Florida, I believe there's 39 states in the United States where the Latin Kings have a presence, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
At the time of this incident in 2014, how old were you, sir?
I'm like 32.
32. And you had been the Inca or the 1st crown of the North Miami tribe since you were about 15 or 16. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How many members of the North Miami tribe were there in 2014?
I mean, that's a question for real.
I'm sorry, sir?
That's a serious question.
I'm asking it.
There can be a lot, no doubt.
How many, if you remember, as the leader of this North Miami tribe, how many members of the Latin Kings were part of the North Miami tribe in 2014?
Probably like 100.
100.
Probably.
Does that include all of Miami, or is that just North Miami?
That's just North Miami.
So, including Miami, that number goes up. Is that correct?
Of course.
And as we move exponentially north and west and a little bit south, the numbers increase, correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you agree with me that there is a Latin King presence in Key West?
Yeah.
Broward County?
Yes.
Tampa?
Everywhere.
Okay. Everywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to ask some specifics, and I apologize for cutting you off, but I just need to make sure I get my questions out. So St. Petersburg, yes?
Yes.
Because that's part of everywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
Naples, correct?
Yes, sir.
Jacksonville?
Yes.
What about here in Tallahassee?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Isn't
Isn't Tallahassee part of everywhere?
Yeah, but I don't associate people in Tallahassee. Never been in Tallahassee in my life.
So just so I'm clear, when I asked you if there's
That
Latin
usually
King,
means you're gonna repeat a question. Let's not repeat, Mr. Singh.
so out of all the places in Florida that have Latin Kings, the only place that you're not aware if they have Latin Kings is here in Tallahassee. Is that your testimony?
Yeah, I mean, they got them, but I don't know nobody from Tallahassee.
So now you're saying that they have them, but you don't
They
know
got
them
'em.
personally, correct?
They got them, but I don't know nobody in Tallahassee.
Well, do you think that they know you?
Maybe.
Okay. And that's because you're a leader in a substantially sized tribe of the Latin Kings. Is that correct?
Yeah, they don't know me, but they probably know my name.
So could you pick up a phone and call somebody and get information on somebody that's associated with the Latin Kings in, let's say, Jacksonville? Could you do that?
If you're the leader, of course.
Okay. And you were a leader, right?
Yes, sir.
So what about, could you pick up the phone and find out if there's people in Gainesville? You could do that as a leader, right?
Yes, sir.
Everywhere, right?
Everywhere.
Okay. Because in addition to being a local organization, it's a statewide and national organization, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've been a leader of this organization pretty much your entire adult life, correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you become, what do you need to do to become a Latin King?
I was born into it.
What about, what is your definition of gangbang?
Gangbang.
Yes, sir?
Latin King is a family. First and foremost, a family. It's an organization that everybody take care of everybody. You take care of the neighborhood.
Do you recall if I ever asked you what were the things you had to do to become a Latin King? Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Do you recall what your answer was?
No, I don't remember.
If I show you a copy
You got to read it.
of, I got to read it?
Yeah, I can't read.
Let me ask you this. Did you tell me on January 31st, 2018, that to get initiated in the gang, you had just gangbanged? Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
And would it be safe to say that when I asked you to expand on what gangbanging means, you said...
Never mind.
survive in life. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
Does that include selling drugs?
Everything, I guess.
Okay. Did you sell drugs?
Yes, sir. I got to
Hey.
survive.
And you did this to take care of your family, correct?
Yes, sir.
And to take care of the nation, right?
Yes, sir.
And when I say the nation, I'm discussing the Latin King nation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, would proceeds from your illegal activity go back to the organization?
Repeat that question again.
Sure, no problem. Would the proceeds,
What proceed mean?
proceeds like the money you make?
Okay.
Okay? If there's ever a time where I ask a question that you don't understand what I'm saying, let me know. And
That's
I'll
what I'm
clarify
doing.
just so I'll make sure that everybody's on the same page, all
I'm
right?
doing it right now, sir.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. So proceeds means what money you make. So the money you made from your illegal activity, did you give it back to the nation?
It's a treasure. You put money in a treasure.
Okay. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
By the way, one of the things that's wild to me is, you know, he's like the head of his part of the gang, but like he had like a full-time job. He worked at like a masonry place. Like he was Tuto's boss. He had to fire him because this guy went to work like every week. Like, I don't know. I picture like a head of a gang. Like that's where he gets all his money. Not Tato. He had like a regular job.
Now, to your knowledge, let me ask it this way. Is there a manual or a book that your organization uses that has rules in it?
Yes, sir.
And does it go by the initials KMC?
Yes, sir.
Tell the members of the jury what those initials stand for.
You said KMC?
Yes, sir.
It's AKMC. Amor de Rey.
Okay. I'm sorry. I can barely understand what you're saying. Can you say that a little bit louder, sir?
Amor de Rey.
Okay. And is that English or another language?
That's Spanish.
Okay. And hence the name Latin Kings, correct?
Latin King.
And even though you can't read or write, can you translate from English to Spanish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell the members of this jury from English to Spanish what that means?
That means almighty. Almighty love.
Almighty love. And that's your rule book, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever heard it initialized as KMC?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what? Well, let me ask it this way: is there a portion in that with regards to a code of silence that your gang has to abide by?
Yes, sir.
So one of the principles that's in your rule book is that whatever activity you do within your organization should maintain within that organization. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And whatever activity that you do, if it's illegal, you're not supposed to talk about it, correct?
Of course.
Okay. Now, according to your book, the KMC, is there a punishment or a violation that one receives if you provide information against another Latin king?
What do you mean by that?
So let's say a buddy of yours, one of your brothers, let's call him King Anthony, okay? Let's say King Anthony did a crime and you helped the prosecution or you helped the police prosecute him. Would that be a violation according to your rule book?
Objection, relevance, and hypothetical.
Overruled.
Go ahead, sir.
Of course.
What would be your punishment?
I'm going through it right now. They're trying to kill me.
They're going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
So you'll agree with me that cooperating against a fellow king would result in probably the most serious penalty that you can have in your manifesto, correct?
Of course.
Loss of your life.
Yes, sir.
He says one of the most serious, because actually the most serious one is to have to be a cellmate with an Adelson. It goes death, cellmate with Adelson, the worst punishment you can get.
Now you have a tattoo designating your allegiance to your organization, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's on your stomach?
Yes, sir.
And it's the 5 points or the 5 points of the crown, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, KTG. I just got a $20 cash app from KTG. Thank you so much, KTG.
And you still have that tattoo?
Yes, I do.
Are you still a member of the Latin Kings?
Nope.
When did you lose your membership?
When I went back to Coleman, back to the feds.
Okay.
2016.
When in 2016?
Right when I came over here to cooperate.
Okay. So at the beginning of your cooperation, which I would say late September, early October, does that sound about right, sir?
Yeah.
You lost your affiliation because you violated one of the rules in your Latin King manifesto. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you in general population at Coleman? I'm sorry. Let me ask the question this way. Where are you currently housed?
Arizona.
Okay. And that's in a federal facility?
Yes, sir.
And as the prosecution said, you are currently serving a 151-month sentence based on your agreement to plead guilty in a federal racketeering case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what racketeering, sorry. I apologize. Strike that question. And so, as part of your federal sentence, you have been designated by the Bureau of Prisons, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your designation in the Bureau of Prisons is in a federal facility in Arizona, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you'll agree with me that for inmates that they're concerned for their safety and welfare, there's a special portion of the federal facility that they can put you in, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's called the SHU, right?
Yes, sir.
And the SHU stands for a special housing unit, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently in the SHU?
Not right now.
Okay. When you say not right now, I see that you're here in Leon County, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
when you meant not right now, prior to them bringing you over here, when's the last time you were in the SHU?
In Leon County.
I'm sorry?
In Leon County.
In Leon County. When you were in federal custody, were you ever in special housing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about in Arizona?
The Arizona, that prison I'm in, is called a drop-by yard. What is called a PC, protected custody. That's where they got me at right now.
So are you in special housing in your federal facility?
No.
You're in general population, correct?
Yes, sir.
Have they had this, by they, well, let me rephrase that. You indicated earlier that if you testified against the Latin King, they try to kill you, correct?
Testify against anybody.
Well, I'm asking you testifying against the Latin King.
I think he answered your question. That's thinking, right? Do you have another question?
By the way, Krista, for folks who don't know, which is probably a lot of you folks, Krista Cost, me and him had like a back and forth on messages because he got upset because I on Instagram I posted something about Tara Kawas. She was representing Courtney Clenny, and I was like, looks like Courtney Clenny probably shouldn't listen to this one. I made some comment about Courtney Clenny and Tara Kawas, and then DeCoste swooped into my comments and was like, you shouldn't make fun of her, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, man, why don't you, I would like to have you on for an interview. He's like, oh, maybe if you delete the comment. We had like a back and forth. I think I still have shorts from like 2 years ago. I wish I could have DeCoste on for an interview, but I feel like he would not do that after I made fun of Tara Kawas.
Yes, Judge. What is a KOS order?
KOS?
Yes.
KOS.
Right.
Kill on sight?
Kill on sight? Are you familiar with that?
I just said it, sir.
Have you ever given a KOS order?
No.
You're aware that at some point.
By the way, also, if you guys didn't see, they do, Ayana. I always get these people coming at me. If you didn't see, Sarah Dugan is like a finalist for like a judge, like this judge position, and they have like 90 days to decide if she gets it. And if they do go after Wendy and Dugan becomes a judge, I say special prosecutor Chris DeCoste, because man, was his cross of Wendy. Well, we'll see it when I do a rewatch of her testimony. His cross of Wendy was glorious. Although, of course, we want Georgia to cross Wendy, but his cross of her was glorious.
Between September and November, the U.S. government put a wire intercept on your federal indictment investigation on your phone. Is that correct?
Yeah, they got caught. Yeah, I know.
And what I'm asking you is this. You know that the feds had you wired up for a month.
Yeah, I found out.
Okay. And you found out because, like in any criminal investigation, one of the things that they do is they show you the evidence that they have against you, right?
Yes, sir.
And you'll agree with me that in your federal investigation.
So glad you are having this PART Purple Heart.
Hey, Amanda, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Kristen. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Probably go for about 10 more minutes. Then I'm going to have everyone go to Publicly Buzzed, who, by the way, if you're not subscribed to Publicly Buzzed, you should be. He is actually doing a rewatch of the Charlie Adelson trial on Sunday mornings, if you want to check that out. But about 10 more minutes I'll go, and then I'll send everyone over to Publicly Buzzed. Steve, he's my good friend. It's his birthday, so make sure to go over there and subscribe. When I end this in 10 minutes, it should take you right there. If you're not going to stay, that's fine. Maybe like the show, like the live, and say happy birthday to Steve-O, Publicly Buzzed.
And you learned that for 30 days, the federal government listened to every one of your phone calls. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In October 2014, did you have, as a Latin King, an issue with members of the 400 gang that moved into Highland Village?
Yes, sir.
And in late October of 2014, did you, Luis Rivera, initiate a series of phone calls asking for assistance from fellow Latin King gang members? Do you recall doing that? And
Abby asked a good question. When will I do this again? I'm thinking probably Tuesday, maybe around 6 or 7 Eastern start. And again, if you missed it, I can't. I wish I could cover Donna live on Monday. I can't. If there's anything significant, like she talks or something, or I'll do a replay at night. I guess I could do a replay at night and then go into this on Monday. But I don't anticipate Judge Everett saying much. I do anticipate Donna because she can't shut her face hole. So either Monday or Tuesday, I'll definitely be live.
Do you recall that what you initially wanted to do, or what you asked your fellow Latin Kings, your brothers, to do, was to get armed up and come and help you deal with these other gang members? Is that correct?
Action, relevance?
Sustained.
Have you ever been involved, other than the case that we're talking about, have you ever been involved in the...
Venvidi, Ayana, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. Yay, we heart Jabo and Shanbo. Good to see you, Ayana. Thank you so much.
distribution of narcotics?
Objection, relevance?
Let's go sidebar.
Sidebar.
Matt?
Mr. Rivera, did you sell drugs in the year 2012?
Yes, sir.
What drugs did you sell in the year 2012?
Weed and cocaine.
Did you sell drugs in the year 2013?
Probably my whole life.
So would it be fair to say that from your teenage years up until your arrest, you were involved in the distribution of narcotics?
Yes, sir.
And I know this because we've spoken about it. It was initially just weed, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you got older, you started selling powder, right? Have you ever committed an armed robbery?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember ever giving me an answer different than that?
I can't remember.
Now you said that you can't read or write, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the difference between the words yes and no?
Yes, sir.
May I approach, Judge? It's paid.
What a dick question. What a dick question. Well, fuck you, dude. That was, and I guarantee if we're all put off by the way he's treating him, that the jury was too. I'm going to replay that asshole question.
Give me an answer
Like you're a real tough guy in the courtroom.
different than that.
I can't remember.
Now you said that you can't read or write, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the difference between the words yes and no?
Yes, sir.
May I approach, Judge?
It's paid. He can't read. You're not going to give him something to read.
Judge, it's just to differentiate between the words yes and no.
No. Proceed.
Even Hankinson's pissed off
Do you
with this
recall
guy.
taking a deposition with me on January 31st, 2018?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And during that deposition, I was there and Ms. Kappelman was there?
Yes, sir.
And there was a person that's called a court reporter that was taking notes of what you were saying?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm going to refer to line 22 and 23. I asked you, have you ever committed an armed robbery? And your answer was no. Now, today, when I ask you that, your answer is now yes.
Question is, do you recall that question and that answer?
Do you recall that question and that?
Proper impeachment.
Do you recall that question and answer?
I can't remember.
Once again, Your Honor, I would ask to be able to show the witness.
Move on, Mr. Singer.
So you indicated you have committed armed robberies, right?
Yes, sir.
And you gave a statement to law enforcement, I believe October 4th?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were through with your question.
No, Judge. On October 4th, 2016, you remember that? Let me kind of refresh your recollection. You're sitting there, you got your lawyer, Mr. Collins to your right, you got Detective Isom on your left, and you got an FBI investigator, Mr. Sanford, directly in front of you.
I got my lawyer. Who to my right?
Chuck Collins.
I think it was David Collins.
Oh, so you do remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Is
trying to
Da-
refresh my memory too.
Is David the older or the younger gentleman?
David is the father.
Is the father. Okay. So you had David Collins to your right. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're sitting at a table, right? And you remember that they told you that they videotaped the interview, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So would it sound about right that this whole videotaped statement that you gave on October 4th, 2016, in the presence of your lawyer, with Detective Isom, Detective Stanford?
By the way, for folks who have seen what he's talking about, the proffer with Pat Sanford, Isom, Tato, and Tato's lawyer in that is such a dick. He is like, he's sitting like this. He's like fully like this, and he has his hands behind his head, and he's like asking questions like he's a cop. You could tell Isom and Sanford are like, shut the fuck up, dude. He was so annoying for people who know what I'm talking about.
Took about 2 hours long. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Do you also remember that during that videotape statement, you called yourself a jack boy? Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's a jack boy?
A jack boy is that rob drug dealers.
Rob drug dealers. Now, when you rob a drug dealer, do you rob them on the streets or do you go to their house?
I was a jack boy in high school and college, but at a different meaning. I should
Go to the house and take their dope.
Because drug dealers don't keep their dope out of the streets. It's usually stashed somewhere in their house, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to ask serious questions with regards to these. I mean, do you knock on the door and say, excuse me, can I have your drugs? Does it work like that?
No.
So would it be fair to say that when you go in there, you have the intention to either use force or intimidate by using intimidate with the use of force?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And would it be a fair statement to say that you do this while you're armed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what would be the weapon that you would most likely use during a robbery of a drug dealer?
A handgun.
Okay. And what happens if you go in and well, let me ask you a question. Do you knock on the door or do you kick down the door?
I knock on the door.
You knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. And when they open the door, what do you do?
You give me everything.
Okay. And do you set up surveillance before you do these robberies?
No.
No. Okay. So do you care whether or not if there's kids in the house when you're committing an armed robbery of a drug dealer?
I do care if the kids in the house, and when I do rob somebody, there's no kids in the house.
But you just told me you don't do surveillance, so how do you know?
Because there ain't going to be no kids in the house. We know the guy we're going to rob. That's it.
You know the guy that you're going to rob.
Yeah.
But yet you didn't do any surveillance, right?
Ain't no kids in the house.
So you're telling me every time you hit a drug dealer, you knew whether or not that there were kids in the house because you have those moral standards?
Yes, sir. I never hit nobody with no kids in no house.
I 1000% believe Tato. Completely believe him. Without a doubt in my mind, he's telling the truth there.
And you're saying that under oath to this jury?
Yes, sir.
And you understand what being under oath is, correct?
Oh my God, he's such a dick.
Explain to me.
I mean, at the beginning, you raised your right hand, you swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right?
He's so patronizing.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure, as your lawyer has advised you, there is a penalty for lying under oath, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever lied under oath?
No.
That's not a proper question, Mr. Sanganetti.
Let me ask you a question. Do you recall when you pled guilty in federal court, there was a document called a factual proffer? Do you recall that?
Yeah, I heard it.
May I approach, Judge? Nope.
All right, I think I'm going to stop it here. And I am going to write this down. We are at 33:48. All right, guys. So I will be live either Monday or Tuesday around 7 Eastern, 6 to 7 Eastern. So look out for that. I appreciate everyone coming in here, Unplanned Live. You guys have been so awesome today. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats and the coffees and everything. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here. We will continue this next week. We'll watch Tato's testimony from all the trials, and then we'll go to the next witness. I'm not sure who yet, but hope you guys all have a great weekend. Who knows? Maybe I'll go live this weekend. Maybe not. I don't know. But thank you all so much. I am sending you to Steve's live right now. He's starting in 4 minutes. Like his channel, please. If you're subscribe if you're not already. And at least give it a like. Say happy birthday to Steve. He's a good man. So thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you guys. And have a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and Shari
What
D.
about Donna's sentencing on Monday?
I can't do it live, Shari D, but I could do a recap if anything happens. I have to work, but thank you so much, Shari. And have a good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Steve is Publicly Buzzed. That channel I'm sending to you right now, at Publicly Buzzed. He's doing a rewatch of Charlie Adelson's trial on the weekend, and tonight he's going live in a couple minutes.